Hello, this is Jake Lee from Protocon, and I'm the team manager of the Protocon. In the previous video, John Myung-san, our leader of the Protocon, explained us about what FeeFi is. In the same content, I will explain you what blockchain fee is, and what's the problem that is occurring, and what FeeFi can deliver to us. Everything in English this time, and hope this will be a meaningful information to global members. So let's get this started. Inside Protocon is designed to explain the experience that project aims to solve many of those challenges of blockchain and introduce to new technological functions that Protocon is trying to bring up. This will be a series of episodes to introduce the each things we are preparing. And today, I'm going to explain in detail about fee financing, in short, FeeFi. Let's talk about why we need blockchain fee first. Blockchain is an expensive system. The hardware cost, network cost, the operation cost, and development cost are all required to maintain blockchain networks. Someone has to pay for these costs because it cannot be used for free. And blockchain uses at least 4 to 1,000 servers to maintain security. These servers are called nodes in blockchain. And again, someone has to pay for this operating the nodes. This means there is no free blockchain, because blockchain is an expensive system and it's provided a limited resources. When someone uses a limited resources, they have to pay for it. Therefore, this explains the importance of the fee and why we need it in blockchain. There will be some questions here. Is it really necessary to pay a fee with tokens in blockchain? Or is this the only method for fee payment? If the fee is not paid in token, is really a cryptocurrency necessary in blockchain? However, to begin with it is difficult to guarantee a reliable blockchain without the cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency is essential to pay the commissions in blockchain. So why should we pay the fee with mainnet token in blockchain? The blockchain is a self-contained and isolated system, and it provides a fairly high level of data reliability only for the data inside the blockchain, and it provides a transparent and immutable functions that traditional digital data cannot offer. In other words, external payments cannot be accepted to maintain the consistency of the internal data, because card payments can cause errors during the payments, and sometimes like incorrect missing data could be occurs during the payments. If a blockchain accepts such external data, like those incorrect data, this could break the consistency of the internal data. That's why blockchain has to maintain its internal payment in a closed environment, and this is how the trust can be maintained in the blockchain. Therefore, blockchain has a structure that the organized operating logic into algorithms and automatically executes this as a protocol. In private blockchain, though, can be paid by a certain payment method, but in public blockchain is a global network, so everyone should be able to pay the fee. In private blockchain, you said, certain payment method can be accepted, but in public blockchain, it can't, because it's in global network, and global network means nodes are all dispersed globally. And since it's a global network, it is difficult to apply only one payment method from a specific country. For example, let's say if I want to pay fees in dollars in order to use the public blockchain, but then whose bank account should I send it to? And there's too many unknown information to use a dollar for a payment. So it doesn't work this way. Let's say if you're trying to pay it with dollars to Chinese node operators, the process becomes really complicated, because first you have to exchange dollars to VN, and then now you send the VN to the node operator, and this takes a long time for the payment. Such payment, if delayed that long, the system cannot function properly. So as a result, we have to operate on an internal fee payment system so that everyone can pay the fee. The reason why blockchain-based cryptocurrency industry grew first is because tokens are the easiest features to be provided by blockchain. It's the easiest data to handle blockchain, and it fits perfectly with the consistency of the internal data. So how do you pay fees in blockchain? There are many ways in paying a fee in blockchain, but first of all, paying the fee with key currency mainnet token. This was first created by Ethereum and is the most common way to pay fees. This includes a resource competition model, which means paying fees in proportion to using the network. It is structured to pay more if you want to boost your transaction faster. So that means if you want to have this transaction faster, try to send it to someone really fast, you have to pay more gas fee. But this has a side effect. Sometimes you have to just pay more and more to make your transaction faster. And this led to the moment when the Ethereum gas once reached more than $200 for payment. The second is the method by payment for mainnet resources. This method was proposed by EOS, in which resources are occupied on the mainnet at the cost. In other words, it costs a certain amount of money and takes some of the portion of the resource of the network. This means that you use the mainnet resource with the resource that you occupy. In this case, the user point of view, the fee is free because the operator already purchased the resources and they're ready to provide it without cost. And if you and I started buying network resources, let's say we have 100% share, but someone has to pay more to occupy more resources. There's a competition to buy more resources, right? As they compete for more resources, they've actually faced increasingly expensive consequences as the resource competition model went to extremes, and the attempts to solve the problems of fee actually resulted in another problem. The third way, let's say, the payment of fee by proxy. Due to the complexity of the fee problem, there's also a way to pay the fee instead of someone. So it's a way of paying fees on behalf of users. Users can use the service without knowing there are fees. It's like an example when users got their Clay for airdrop with Clip Wallet from Clayton, and no one has to worry about the fee because the fee was already paid. However, this approach is difficult to sustain because someone has to keep paying for the operation cost. It is suitable for temporary marketing purposes, but not sustainable for long term. And there are cases where fees are provided free of charge. In this case, the service provider buys the resources of the private blockchain and provides a service. For user, the service is provided free of charge without worrying about the fees. But however, this structure is only possible in private blockchain, not in public. So we'll talk about what is a problem with the fee. As blockchain has matured into some contexts, there have been some attempts to spread blockchain technology to more places and to actually implement in more areas. But to grow blockchain technology, fee should not be too expensive, unpredictable, or too difficult to pay. This all could become obstacles for blockchain industry to go bigger. So we must have to solve these problems. To define the problem, first of all, this thing point out the most. It's the overpriced fee. It doesn't matter if you pay $100 worth of fee to buy, let's say, $100,000 worth of NFT, because it's compared to the actual price of the NFT, the fee is not so big. But not all transactions are that expensive. For example, let's say in NFT games, maybe early stage of the service, there will be a lot of low-cost items that probably take like a few dollars to buy. But let's say that this fee costs like $100 to buy or sell it. It all becomes just ridiculous because nobody will be able to buy or sell with this overpriced fee. Many mainnet projects are actually thinking about ways to solve expensive fees, but this is actually a definitely must problem. Second, drastic fee volatility. which makes it unpredictable. Fee fluctuates so rapidly that it is difficult to predict. For example, suppose you have a blockchain-based certificate issuance service, and there's a fee about $1 to actually issue one certificate. The operator will actually set a reasonable service charge, right, based on the blockchain usage fee. For example, let's say he opens a $5 plan and recruited members to use the service, but one day the blockchain fee suddenly changed to a $10 to issue one certificate. If this happens, you have to close your business because you will be no longer able to operate your business with this fee problem. So we can see that we cannot provide a stable service linked to blockchain if the fee fluctuates rapidly. And lastly, and this could be a really troublesome trouble. I mean, the problem that we actually face, we could say UI UX issues, that fee is too hard to pay. You know how EOS tried to solve this, but the resource competition model didn't actually guarantee the sustainability. Ethereum recently updated the fee improvements at the London hard fork. They actually updated the fee structure improvement plan. They actually hope that this could reduce the fee volatility and increase predictability. But even then, the fee is now maintained at around $10, which is still expensive. So let's say, what do you mean by it's really hard to pay fee? Let's go step by step how actually paying a fee in blockchain works. Let's say in number one, you acquired a DF tokens. You could receive the DF tokens by an airdrop, or you could just buy it at a DF service website. So let's say you already have the DF tokens with you, but you have to able to send the DF tokens. You need Ether, but to get Ether, you have to join the exchange, and you probably have to do KYC and able to send cash to the exchange. You have to link your bank account, and then you send the cash to exchange. Then you can now buy the Ether at the exchange. Now it's time to create your personal wallet. It's like MetaMask or Trust Wallet, and then you'll be able to transfer your Ether from exchange to your personal wallet. Now, in order to send your DF token, you have to set fee. Fees are paid with Ether, right? And then finally, your DF token is transferred. You see how hard this is? How many processes we have to go through in order to send DF tokens? Or maybe if you're already familiar with this, it won't be a problem. But as you never traded before in an exchange, or this is your first time actually using having a DF token and trying to transfer DF tokens, this is really a burden. It's really difficult to actually send a DF tokens and pay fee. So we talked about what are the blockchain fee problems are, how difficult it is to pay fees, and how fee problems became a serious obstacle for users to use a blockchain-based services. So FeeFi is introduced by Protocon to solve the fee problems. You can see this image, and it explains how FeeFi works. It tells you the process, but you won't able to read it really well because the image is small. If you're interested, you could take a look at our white paper, and our white paper can be found in our official Protocon website. Here's the link. You can check our white paper anytime. But anyways, I will explain you about the detail in text, how FeeFi works, and how could FeeFi solve those fee problems that's happening. First is DApp user pay the fee with DApp token without using PEN token. Our PEN token is our mainnet token. This is a Protocon's mainnet token, like Ethereum's Ether. So you forget about buying Ether to exchange, to buy Ether and send it to our personal wallet. It tells you not to buy PEN token anymore to pay fees. You can just use your DApp token to pay fee. And PEN holder deposit PEN in FeeFi. And FeeFi is mainly our inner exchange system. DApp token paid as fee will be exchanged into PEN through this exchange pool. That's how the fees are paid. And allocated fees, which are DF tokens, will be sent to FeeFi participants as a reward. Now we have PEN token that was exchanged from DF tokens, and those PEN tokens will be rewarded to the node operators. So you probably won't understand what I just said, so let me explain you in more details step by step. So here's the key points. Protocon saves the fee problem by introducing FeeFi. The very beginning, the Protocon Congress decides on the standard fee rate and discount rate. Let me explain what Congress is before I go on the steps. Congress is a governing body under which PEN token holders are the mainstay. PEN is a Protocon's mainnet token, as I explained. Congress can be seen as an organization that can exercise important decision-making authority related to Protocon governance. So this Congress, Protocon Congress, decides and agrees on the standard fees and discount rates, like a consensus tools on determining these rates, like voting. So for example, in first half of 2022, they decided the standard fee will be $0.01 and discount rate will be 50%. Now, second, PEN holders deposit PEN in the FeeFi. By doing that, this creates a pool of PEN liquidity. So third, DApp users pay fees in DApp tokens without acquiring PEN tokens to pay the fee. So at this point, the system refers to external pricing data like Oracle and requests 0.01 DApp tokens to DApp users as a fee. So for example, if the current price of DApp token is $1, so we could consider paying additional 0.01 DApp tokens as a fee. So DApp tokens can be paid for a fee, and those paid fees will be exchanged to PEN in FeeFi, which is a protocol internal fee exchange. So FeeFi is an internal fee exchange. So paid DApp tokens will be exchanged to PEN at FeeFi. Okay. So in other words, exchange is made in FeeFi, but is same as PEN holders giving out the PEN and buying DApp token at a discounted rate. So as I explained earlier, there's 50% discount rate now applied. That means there's 50% cheaper price to buy DApp tokens. The exchange PEN is paid to all node operators at a node operation rewards. The PEN tokens, which FeeFi participants who deposit in FeeFi, will be used up a little by little, because when the exchange are made, DApp tokens are exchanged with PENs, and PENs are used, right? To actually compensate for such losses, block rewards will be also distributed to PEN depositors. So this way we can solve the various existing problems that the current blockchain fee has. So let's look at the effects of FeeFi. Standard fees are introduced so that they're not too expensive and they can be set on a reasonable price. So Protocon use actually PVFT algorithms, so they don't really use as much as computing resources as Bitcoin does. So it doesn't really cost much to operate the nodes in Protocon. It allows us to maintain a fairly low level of commissions, and standard fee system allows a stable fee criteria to be established. So I talked about the difficulty of payment in previous part, but through FeeFi, you can pay fees with your own DApp tokens, right? So without having to purchase the mainnet token separately, that's really takes away the whole burden, right? In addition, there are more other effects of introducing FeeFi. Direct indicator of the revenue generated by blockchain is fee, and almost all of the revenue is taken by the node operators. But however, FeeFi distributes this fee to the holders of the mainnet tokens who participate in the Protocon ecosystem. So meaning that node operators don't take all those benefits. The Protocon participants, PEN holders, will be shared the network profits the sharing profit with the entire network participants. Fee participants really plays a really important role in here, right? So FeeFi participants solve the problem of fees, which is the most difficult problem in blockchain, and as a return, they get share the profits earned from the fees. So FeeFi participants will automatically gain dApp tokens since dApp tokens paid are exchanged with PEN and dApp tokens are stacked in the accounts of the participants FeeFi. The more fee transactions are made, so that means the more dApp tokens are stacked in their account. And when there's a new dApp project in the Protocon ecosystem, FeeFi participants will be given a new dApp tokens. When the price of dApp tokens will rise, one of the dApp service thrives, and then the FeeFi participant can share the growth of the dApp tokens. So it becomes a really win-win token economy. Until now, although we have paid a fee with the mainnet token like Ether, the dApp service had nothing to do with the fee. Mainnet tokens were only used to pay fees for service that were not even relevant to the dApp service. However, in the Protocon, dApp service and PEN are connected economically. It is designed to be a structure in which all participants in the ecosystem share the benefits if the either side produces result. And for dApp service operators, PEN holders become a potential dApp service users using dApp tokens. For example, when new dApp tokens are given to FeeFi participants, chances are very high they want to find out what kind of token it is. So they could search on the internet about the dApp token, what kind of dApp service they are providing, right? FeeFi will actually provide detailed information about the dApp service. It'll be given to you, so you could actually look it up, the information that FeeFi is providing. They could actually use those. It could be a chance for them to use actually those dApp tokens and try the service. So in other words, the Protocon ecosystem, PENs are really a potential customers for dApp services. So dApp server providers entering the Protocon, they can take PEN holders as a potential marketing targets. So it's automatically marketed. This helps automate marketing of dApp services. FeeFi participants play a clear role in contributing in solving fee issues in the Protocon ecosystem. So we give them a membership rights and voting rights that govern the entire Protocon networks. This is how a governance is organized with PEN holders in Protocon. In typical POS, the token economy consists of a structure in which monopolize the power, right? So in fact, token holders are often left out of the ecosystem because the power of the nodes is so strong the majority of the profits are just taken by the nodes. However, Protocon can construct a token economy centered on the PEN holders, not only for nodes operators, centered more on PEN holders. So that was it for the first episode of Inside Protocon. Hope it will be a meaningful time for more people to get to know Protocon and to be more interested, and look forward to the second video of the Inside Protocon. Thank you for watching and have a good day.
프로토콘이 궁금하다면 좋아요, 구독, 알림 설정까지.